Okay, hi everyone. We will wait another 1 or 2 minutes and we are just about to start soon. Okay, hi everyone. I am Snir and I will broadcast this trading room for today. Welcome to the 5ers trading room. Today, since it's Monday and it's the beginning of the week, I will also put some attention for the upcoming days, for the upcoming week, and we will also analyze the charts for the long swing terms conditions. And of course, as every day, every trading room, we will also look for any intraday opportunities. If we find, we will do some. If not, we will give some key levels, what to wait for. And first of all, I would like to make sure that everybody can hear me and see my screen well enough. So just give me a sign on the chat. Hi, everyone. All good. Excellent. Thank you. All right. So let's start. And as you probably know, and for those who doesn't know, I usually trading, not usually, I'm trading only on supply and demand critical levels and only on the first touch. And also, as you can see, I worked with a naked charts. I don't use indicators or any other oscillators. And that's the method I work. Only supply and demand and the deep understanding of the price movement. So let's start. And of course, as you know, you are more than welcome to write down if you want to share, say something in the chat, if you want me to analyze some other pairs that you preferred and want to get my opinion. If you want to share your opinion, just write it down on the chat. I'll do my best to answer all. And okay, so first of all, I would like to start with a position that I'm still holding, not from not long time ago, just from maybe 15 minutes ago. And as you can see here, this is the GBP pound against the loonie, the Canadian dollar. And the reason I open a buy position here is that the price is just came back, as you can see, when I'm analyzing the charts and I want to decide if to buy or to sell, one of the first things that we must check is where we came from, where the price came back from. And as you can see, the price was at this level, all right? So if you just take look at the left, we came from this level here. That's the reason the price turned and came back. And here, I don't see any critical levels on the left that will turn the price to be bearish again. And if I just look up, I'll believe that the price tends to reach at least this level or even maybe here, this supply here at the top. So first of all, my opinion is that this developing of bullish momentum maybe just start, and I don't think it's ends. So I do believe that the price will continue up. So I just find the good reason for me to buy here. I found something like a small demand in the lower time frames, and I open a buy position, and hopefully the price will keep move up. For now, that will be the target, at least for now, but I will consider this later. Of course, if the price will break out this high, I will consider to roll the stop loss immediately to the entry point. Depends how it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, of course. Okay. All right. So let's start with the euro against the dollar, the most popular pair. I'll start with the euro dollar, and as you can see, I'll start with a higher time frame. Okay. This is the daily chart, and I believe that from the last trading room we had, nothing really changed from the daily chart perspective. As you can see, the price didn't create new high or not even new bottom, and the price didn't create any new significant supply or demand. So if we take it to the lower time frame, let's say the 4 hours, the H4, okay, as it seems, if we take a deep look in the price action, as we can see, the price is after a very nice bullish momentum, this uptrend, as you can see. And of course, we can see that the price create bottom, then a bit higher one, and another one a bit higher than the previous one, and another one. The last bottom, different from the rest, it's the same level as it was before, as you can see. Okay? Which it's give us some indication that maybe the sellers are woke up and start to be more dominant from the buyers. That's kind of a sign for maybe a reversal opportunity. And if we take even, I think we can see developing of maybe kind of a twisting head and shoulders pattern, because that was the left shoulder, as you can see here. This might be the head. Of course, it's too soon now to say that, but if I'm right, only if, that will be the right shoulder. Okay? And if that happened, I won't sell here only because it's fit to my head and shoulders pattern. But also, it's a supply level, as we can see, at least from this 4-hour time frame. And it's about approximately the same level as the left shoulder, which that's usually what defined as symmetrical head and shoulders, as you can see. So I have two reasons to sell here. It's a supply, as we can see here. It seems like a supply level. It's the same height from as the same level as the left shoulder here. Okay, and after a long time that the price creates only higher bottoms, each one was higher than the previous one. Suddenly now here the price creates a one that it's in the same level as the previous one. Okay, so I have all this reason to believe that maybe it's a good level for a sell position, which the stop loss will be just a few pips above the last high here. All right, that will be the level to consider sell. I still not sure if I'm gonna sell there on the first touch. As it look now, as the price keep move slowly to that level, I'll sell on the first touch. Okay, set the stop loss just above. I believe that the first target can be here, the last bottom, which is the neckline, how we call it, the neckline for the head and shoulders. And the next, the final target can be the next available demand, which is at least what I see now from this chart. Okay, and it's more than enough. So if we sell here and we will be right, in fact, we predict the head and shoulders one step before everyone. So just let's keep and wait. Let's go back to the position I opened, which almost hit the target. I won't take it as a target. I'll give it more, and maybe I can close part of the position. For those who doesn't know, here I just write the number that I want to close, and I close half of this position. Okay, let's go back to the 1 minute chart. You see this demand here at the bottom. I believe that below this demand, we don't need to stay in this position. So I'll put the stop loss here. This is the demand. I'll give the price the chance to go check this demand, to go back and check this demand. But below, I don't think we should stay in this position. So let's keep follow this one. And okay, somewhere here that will be the target, at least for now. We'll keep follow this one. All right. Let's go back to the euro dollar, and that's the situation for the upcoming week, days. And you know, it can happen. It's not far from there. It's only 70 pips. It can happen today, tomorrow. Just keep follow this. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. 15 minutes if we're gonna find something interesting for the intraday. As you can see, I don't see nothing clear here, but we'll keep following this one. This is the 5-minute chart, and my conclusion will be the same. I don't see any perfect setup to buy or to sell in order to take some 15, 20 pips as an intraday position. That's not the situation here. Okay. And the next one will be the GBP against the dollar, GBP USD. Also one of the most popular pair, as you can see here. Okay. And here above, we can see a, I would say, perfect supply level. Okay. I just marked it like this. That's the level. These few little and small candles which moving aside in a very tight range, and then the price just run away from that level in a very aggressive way and fast. That indicates that many, probably many unfilled orders are still waiting here on the bank system. Many sell orders, of course, and that's why the price run away from that level. The imbalance here at this situation, at this moment, the imbalance, the huge imbalance between sell orders and buy orders create this situation. Okay? Usually things that can create this huge imbalance, it's big institutes, public banks, funds, hedge funds, and etc. and more. So very large amount of orders here, sell orders, and no buyers at this situation, no buy orders at this point create this reaction. The price drop down, and it's a, at least for this 4-hour time frame, it seems like a great supply to sell on the first touch. Okay. For now, the price about 90 pips from this level. For the GBP USD, it can happen very fast. All right, so what we can do with that situation, also here, for now, I can set a sell limit order. All right, and I'll take it even a bit lower. And more important is to set the stop loss from ahead. All right, so the stop loss will be here. Okay. Well, then after the position will open, if that happens, I will set the take profit. At least for now, as it look, I'll set the first target at the last bottom here, where the price came from. Okay. So that will be the level. And let's take a look on the 15-minute chart. As we can see, the situation is very similar to the GBP against the Canadian, which I'm already in a buy position. So I don't find any reason to do another position which looks exactly like the same. But it's still, as you can see in this 15-minute chart, the price create this small demand here. All right. Then if we would buy here on the first touch or here, I preferred always the first touch. But since the price already reached that level after create this demand, right? I believe at this situation, the price is probably on his way to reach at least this supply here, or maybe this one. So I prefer to look for a buy position. Also, as you can see, at this situation, the price is bullish. Not very significant uptrend, but still bullish at this 15-minute chart. So the same situation as the GBP Canadian. You can see it here also in the GBP USD. If we would buy here, we also had a nice profit, at least at this moment. All right. So for the 4-hour chart, this will be the sell limit for me. I'll sell here on the first touch, stop loss just a bit above. If we take a look on the daily chart, I believe that the price can reach even that demand here at the bottom. All right. So that can be definitely the final target for this position. If, of course, only if this position will go in our favor. And the first target will be the last bottom, which at least for now is this one, this level. All right. 15-minute chart we saw with the same situation on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so let's give it a go and wait to see if the price will reach that level. It definitely can happen in the next 1-2 days, this sell position. All right. Of course, you can also write your opinion here. And if you think else, if you want to share something else, if you want me to analyze any other pairs, you are more than welcome to write it down on the chat. Okay, we can talk about this. And all right, US dollar Swiss. All right, okay. Okay, this is the US dollar Swiss. I'll take it up. Let's start from the daily chart and then just roll down. This is the daily chart. Okay, I'll zoom in a bit, and this is how it looks. And actually, the price on the daily chart reached, but not the first time. I believe that was the first time. But you can see this level, at least in these daily candles, it seems like a demand level. Not very strong one, but it seems like there are unfilled orders waiting here. And I'll take a look on the 4-hour time frame to try to be more precise with the demand. Okay, we can see the reaction here. It's probably from the reason is a demand here that sitting here on the left. All right, and if we take a look to this bottom level on this daily chart, we need to roll down a bit. Well, to be honest, only if the price will reach that level, I will consider to buy. And I'm not sure if I'll do it on the first touch because it seems more like demand slash supply slash support level, right? The price visited this same level a few times in a row. So I'm not sure about that. Okay. And all right. One of the options is just buy here on the first touch. The risk here is not very high, maybe 30 pips, as you can see, if you put the stop loss just below. All right. And if the price reach that level, still we are in the 4-hour time frame. The other option to react is to wait for a confirmation from the lower time frame, but it depends if and how the price reach that level. Okay, so I think I will take the second options. If the price reach that level, because I'm not sure about it 100%, I don't think I will buy there on the first touch, but I will definitely keep my eyes open, and I will look for the confirmation on the lower time frames. Okay, at least that's what I will do with this situation here. And if we take a look on the 15-minute chart, we can see here that the price reached this demand. You can see the reason the price still holding here for the last few 15-minute candles. All right, it's this one. The reason that I won't buy this demand, it's not a fresh one. Okay, this one is a reaction for this one from the left. I'm not sure about this one, and if I'm not sure, I prefer to sit and wait. Another reason is that just below I see another good demand. So I do believe that the price will tends to reach maybe this one at the bottom. I believe that it will be more safe to look for the buy position still here at the bottom, the same level that we just saw on the 4-hour time frame. It's the same situation. On this 15-minute chart, let's go back to this 15-minute chart. Actually, we could take a sell position here at this supply, but it's too late now. And as you can see, the price on his way down creates small supply. Every time we create a new bottom, supply, drop down, not very significant. Still, it's a 5-minute chart, so it's all relatively. That's for the US dollar against the Swiss, the daily chart, and in the weekly chart, we can see the price is very low, and I believe it's more safe to look for buy position, but we still need to find the perfect setup for this. Okay. And I mean, it's not fresh because, let's go back to the hourly chart, because at least for me, it seems like maybe this one is reaction from some demand here that we don't see it very perfect here in this 1-hour chart, but it seems like there is a demand level here, and this one is a reaction for something in the past, from something here on the left. And also, as you can see, at least now it is not the first touch. So I'm not sure about this level. Okay. All right. Of course, if you have any other questions, you are also more than welcome to ask questions if something is not very clear for you. Let's go back to the position we are holding. Okay, as you can see, the price retraced down, almost reached the demand that I show you on this 1-minute time frame. Now it's better. That's the reason I put the stop loss just below. Of course, if the price will create a new high now, a new top above this one, I will roll the stop loss below to the last bottom here. We cannot define this as a bottom yet, as a new bottom, since the price didn't create a new high above this one. Only if the price will break out this and create a new high, higher high, then we'll consider this as a new bottom. And at least for now, it doesn't happen yet. We'll keep following this one. And okay. When taking multiple position, do you take into consideration the correlation between pairs or too much exposure to one currency? Nice question. To be honest, as you saw before, if I found an opportunity on the GBP and the Canadian, And in the GBP and the dollar, the chart seems exactly the same almost. I don't find a good reason to take both. There is no reason to take both. I prefer to manage one position instead of manage two positions which reflect the same price action. So I'll prefer to stay with one position and manage one position. It will be much more easy to follow. At least that's my experience and opinion, of course. Okay. All right. Of course, you can find any other GBP pairs which give you a different setup from this one. And if you find a good reason to buy or sell, you can do that. But in this situation, we just talked before, the GBP Canadian and the GBP USD, the setup seems almost the same, exactly the same. So one of them will be enough. All right. Okay. I'll continue with let's take the US dollar Canadian. Of course, if you prefer something else, you still can write it down on the chat. And as you can see, let's start with the daily chart, zoom in and take it here. At the weekly chart, the US dollar against the Canadian just 2 weeks ago reached this support level, all right, all this level, okay? And we can see the reaction from that level. I don't find a perfect reason to buy here on the first touch in this weekly chart, but let's go to the daily chart. This candle, this seems like a demand. That situation can give us the first signal that maybe this downtrend, which seems a bit like compression also, you can see how the price moved down, but very slowly with a lot of candles and many small candles and many technical correction in the middle. Okay, so that situation maybe give us the first signal that this situation may be ended and we are just developing a bullish momentum. If you take a look on the 4-hour time frame, after the price create what we saw on the daily chart, the nice rally, you can see the demand here. I would say that that was the first touch. It seems like, okay, maybe missed by pips or two, but it seems like a reaction of this demand. Okay, so after the price create this situation here, it was a very good level for buy position on the first touch. The stop loss could be this level just below, but that was in the past. Let's see what we can do from now on. And in my opinion, the price, if we go back to the daily charts, at least for now on the higher time frame, as we can see, the price on its way to reach those levels, the top that start all this flag. Okay, so we just need to find a good reason to buy. So first, I'll prefer to look for a buy position for the US dollar Canadian. That's the first conclusion. Now, which means look for buy position, I will look for a new demand that the price create. This one we already missed. As it look, it's not valid anymore, as you can see, already checked. Okay, so we will just keep and wait for a new fresh demand. Let's just imagine that the price will hold this level with a few candles, and then we will see the price will create a new high, something like this, in a very strong and massive and aggressive movement. Okay, so if the price will create a new demand, I will wait for the retrace and buy on the first touch. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. This one already missed, not valid anymore. that level. And to be more precise, I believe that the price, as you can see here, also the nice reaction of this supply, how accurate the price were here. Okay, supply, first touch, and this one. So that's what I'm looking for. I will prefer to look for a buy position for the US dollar Canadian at least until the price will reach that area. All right, 15-minute chart. Let's see if we can find something on the intraday. I don't see something perfect, and I won't take this demand. Okay. This one seems like a demand in this 15-minute chart, but it's what we saw on the 1 hour time frame, which is a reaction of this one. So I don't think I'll take another chance there. It doesn't mean that the price won't react at this level. They still have a good chance if the price reaches that level to see a reaction, but it's the second time and the chance to lose is higher than the first time. So I don't think I will do if the price reaches there. Anyway, I don't find a good reason for the intraday position at this one. Okay, let's go back to this GBP and Canadian. And still waiting for the price to create a new high. Okay, let's see. All right. Any question, guys? Okay. All right. US dollar against Japanese yen. Let's take this one and let's start from the daily chart. Okay. That's the daily chart for the US dollar against the Japanese yen. We can see here the reaction of this demand probably here from the left. And as you see, the price, it seems that the price on his way to check this level again. I'm not sure I'll buy there again, but let's wait and sit and wait, and let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. Bruno, excellent explanation. All right. I'm glad to hear that you enjoy and get some benefits from this training room, Bruno. Okay, thank you guys for the compliments. All right. 4-hour time frame. That's the 4H time frame. Okay. All right, that situation we see here, I'll zoom out a bit to see it better. And the situation here, as we can see, these situations, it seems like a Quasimodo pattern. The price creates low, high, lower low, lower high, then another lower low, then in one very massive, very aggressive movement, the price creates higher high, okay? Higher than the previous one. But from the other side, I believe that the price already make all the movement he can make. The potential was already used. Since the price reached the supply here, that's why we see the reaction down. I'll consider to buy here. I'll take a look here on the 1-hour time frame to see, just to zoom in to this point. As you can see, you see this small candles. It's probably will be more precise if we take a look on the maybe 30-minute. Oops. This one. Okay. Okay, so to be honest, I'll consider to buy exactly at this level. It's the same level as the left shoulder here, which usually this is the levels that the price react after create this Quasimodo. And 4-hour time frame that we will see all the picture. And of course, only if the price reaches that level, I will consider to buy there. I'm not sure if on the first touch. I will buy on the first touch only if the price reach that level very, very slowly, okay, and easy, not aggressively. If the price reach that level as a powerless movement, I'll consider to buy on the first touch. If not, I'll keep my eyes open at this level and wait for a confirmation from in the lower time frames, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 15 minutes chart, in which one of them that I will find the good reason to buy, I'll do it. For now, the price still far from that level, 100 pips. So let's take it lower to the 15 minutes time frame. Okay. All right. Okay. Look interesting. This is the price, as you can see now, just broke out this demand slash support. Okay. It's still a significant level in the price, and the price just broke out this level and reached this one. That's the 15-minute chart. And 5-minute. And in fact, if we want to be more precise, that's the small supply that probably broke out this demand, support, whatever. Okay, so if the price will retrace this one, this level, I'll consider to sell here. The stop loss will be just above this one, but just above this one, we have another supply. So we can act in two ways. One of them is to sell here. And if I take a look on the 1-minute chart, I can be even more precise. Okay, one of them is maybe sell this level, okay, and put the stop loss just a little bit above. And then if that happened and the price keep moves up, sell again here and put the stop loss just above this level, or just open here a sell position with a lower loss position and put the stop loss from ahead above these two levels, which they are just one after one. So that's another options to act. As long as you have the plan, a trading plan from ahead, it's good. So that's another situation we can use. Sell here and put the stop loss just above all this level. It's not a lot, it's 25 pips maybe will be enough. And the potential, I believe from that level to the last stop here, it's double. It's 50 pips, at least to this level, as it can be the first target. And if you take a look on the H4, the level that we just talked about considering buy can be the final target for this position. So risking this 25 pips and try to reach this 100 pips, we have a good risk reward potential in this position. So only if the price will do his technical correction and reach that level. 1 to 4, it's nice, it's excellent, yes. All right. Bruno, GBP. All right, GBP against which one? Okay, Pound Canadian against, you can see the price creates not a significant high, but create something here. I'll give it more time to create something, to create a new significant level, and then I will roll my stop loss probably, hopefully. So we'll keep following this one. Let's take a look how it's looking. This 15-minute chart still rising up, and of course also in the 5-minute chart. So patience. Okay. GB pound yen. Let's take it. GB pound yen. Here is this one. All right. Five-minute chart. Seems like a good demand. Not the first touch. The original demand is here. It's the same demand as we saw on the pound Canadian where I opened the buy position. That was the first touch. That was the second. Here is the third time that the price reached. Still, you can see the reaction, but it's became more risky to buy. Let's start with the daily chart, okay? This is the daily chart for the GB pound yen. We are just, okay, let's start from here. The price was in this uptrend, as you can see here, okay? Then the price reached this supply, the reaction we see here, and then you can see that this reaction changed the bullish momentum into, seems like we are in a bearish momentum. I think it's already a bearish momentum since the price broke out the last low of this previous uptrend. And when the price breaking out the last low, it's a first sign. So this is what we see on the daily chart. The price creates with a nice movement, this low, the last one. It a bit seems like a Quasimodo pattern since, as we saw before, but this one is from up down. So the price have a high, bottom, new high, and what defined an uptrend that the price creates every bottom is higher than the previous one. Then suddenly the price creates a lower one from the previous one. So it's a red line, it's a red blinking. So let's put the, usually when the price creates this Quasimodo pattern, the right level to look for at this situation, to look for a sell position is the same level as the left shoulder, which is this, this high before this uptrend ended. And of course, only if I'll find here something that look like supply. Also from this daily chart, we can consider this level as a supply. All right, all these few little candles and then the price drop down as you can see here. It seems like a supply, but I prefer to take a deeper look, this 4 hours time frame, and I will consider to sell even here at this level. You can see here. Okay. So it's the same as the pound and the dollar that we saw. This one is also a supply level. And it's something to consider also sell at this level. But if I'll sell here and the position will go in my favor, I'll react very fast. I'll move my stop loss very fast. I'll sell at this level, but in my head, I will always think about the possibility that the price might want to get higher to this level. All right, so I will keep this situation very fast. This is what's called rally, base, and then drop. So it's the same as we saw in the GBP USD, the same supply, it's look the same. I'll sell this level, I'll put the stop loss just above. If the price will take my stop loss, nothing happened. I'll consider to sell here again, since what we saw on this daily picture, and the stop loss will be maybe just above these few little candles, okay? And that's for the GBP against the yen. I believe the GBP, okay, that's the new high. I'll set my stop loss here now, okay? Below these levels, just a bit. And keep follow this one. Keep follow this one. And let's see, where are we now and what we have on the left. Okay, we need to make sure that we didn't get into a wall. I still believe that the price at least need to reach that level. Maybe I'll take the take profit a bit lower. Okay, that will be enough. All right. Go back to the GB pound yen. So that's for the higher time frame perspective. That's the supply we saw on the 4-hour time frame, this one. And here above is what we saw on the daily chart. Okay, all this level here. And it seems like a Quasimodo pattern. All right. So it's another great level to sell. Final target for this situation, at least, I believe that this bearish momentum tends to reach at least this level. And the second and the final one will be here, the bottom. Okay. Well, we'll keep follow this one. This reaction is this supply. We can see the same reaction. I believe I mentioned this few times in the trading room that I broadcast. I think I show you this supply on the GBP USD when I just say that this level, it's a great level to sell on the first touch, and you can see how accurate is the price. Okay, and still on. All right. Any other? Okay. All right. Bruno, I wrote your questions and what you said. You are short on the GBP against the yen. Well, it depends how large is your position. If you can suffer this position until this level here, it's up to you. But let's say that above this supply, I don't think you should stay in this position. You should look for another sell position a bit higher. And hopefully the price didn't reach that level even in your favor and just keep moves down, but it's not up to me. Okay. Any other questions, guys, or requirement if you want to see and check and analyze other pairs or share your idea? If you are in a position and you want to share with us the idea or get my opinion, you are more than welcome. I will choose another pair before we end to analyze. And I'll take this if someone asks for AUD USD. Okay, let's take the AUD USD. And this one. All right. So let's start for the daily time frame. And as you can see, the price in a bullish momentum, but very, very slowly in powerless momentum, which part of it seems like a compression movement. A compression movement, it's a movement that the price collect all the orders when he moves up very slowly and leave no buy orders on his way up, which means once the price will change the momentum and will go against this compression on the left, we will be on the safe side and high chance that you'll see the price go against situation like this very fast and aggressive. Not always, but it's happened a lot. So let's talk about now. This is where the price now, that's the highest level. I don't see nothing from the left here, so I'll just zoom out a bit and still nothing. I'll go to the weekly chart, and here we are in front of this level here, which is a resistance, I would call. There is no supply here from the left, not maybe until this level, which I'm sure that in the daily chart we will see some small supply here. Okay, so for now, we have nothing. We don't have any good level to sell on the first touch. Let's take a look on the daily chart and roll back. Okay, this is what we saw on the weekly chart. That's why I put the line here. And it seems like a level to sell. I'm not sure about if on the first touch, only if the price reached that level, again, very powerless, slowly, I'll consider to sell here on the first touch. If not, I'll keep follow the price on the lower time frame, and I will see if the price create any confirmation for reversal, at least for the swing or maybe intraday opportunities. So this is what we can see on this daily chart. Also, the price is very powerless in this bullish momentum. You still have a room to go up. And what I wanted to say before is only if the price will break out this level, I'll consider this bullish momentum switch to be a bearish momentum. Only if that happens. Then I will look for a new supply to sell AUD USD. That's on the daily chart. That's my my conclusion. And let's take a look on this 4-hour time frame. To be honest, I don't see any clear opportunity. This is the H1. All right. All the levels here that we can see are not valid anymore, and this 15-minute chart, and still. All right, it's a Monday. It's just the beginning of the week. Nothing clear on this chart. Only what I saw on the daily chart. So for now, on this intraday opportunity, I won't look. I won't look for anything in this pair, at least for now. Okay, someone asked for AD and Swiss. Let's take this one also. And let's see if there is correlation between these two. Daily chart. Okay, you can see it's a bit similar. The price reached that level, which is a kind of a resistance. There is no supply here on the left. We can see, if we want to just talk about what was in the past, you can see a very, very clear and nice demand. That was the first touch. You can see the nice reaction from that level. Then price reached the last top and just for now stuck there. And almost the same as the AUD USD, only if the price will break out this last demand. If the price will break out this one, it will be a signal that the bearish, bullish momentum ended. We are inside the bearish zone, and most likely the price on his way to reach the bottoms here. Okay, so this is what we can wait for. Still far from now, right? More than 250 pips. So it's not something that we should wait for today or tomorrow, but you can never know. All right, this is the 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart. I'm trying to look for any clear opportunity. We had before in this day this supply, which already checked here and keep moves down. For now, we have this situation. Let's say that if the price will go back to this demand in this 1-minute chart, I will consider to buy here. Okay. And all right, that's all for this AUD Swiss. I don't see any other clear opportunity. It's a bit similar like we saw in this AUD USD. And I'm not sure. Let's take the last look of this GB pound Canadian. Someone, and Daniel said that it's a reversing. Maybe that's the reason we are rolling the stop loss. Always roll your stop loss on the first opportunity you find. Okay, we already took half of this position. If this one will trigger this stop loss, it's in 23, 22, 23 pips profit. I'll take it. Not a big deal. All right. But let's keep in. Okay, let's see. You can still follow this situation, and just to remind you, this level in this 1 hour time frame, GB pound Canadian, also a great level for a sell position on the first touch. All right, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed this trading room and you'll find a good benefit from this. You are more than welcome to subscribe to our newsletter in the 5ers website, and of course to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you, Gil, Daniel. I am Snir. I sounds like a Gil a bit, maybe because I spent a lot of time with him, but my name is Snir. Anyway, thank you for joining us all, and see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye-bye.